What's up, y'all? Giofvcks, Site Perspectives, and I'm back at it. Working the whole 9 yards. Back at it after 6 weeks off. And in this video, I just want this video to kind of be a video where I'm literally discussing stop giving people the benefit of the doubt. A lot of times, especially when we look at these relationships, whether it's a love relationship, a significant other, friends, family, your colleagues, the people you work with, etc., there's way more doubt than benefit the vast majority of the time. And people want to give people the benefit of the doubt, because we don't want to be mean. We don't want to come off as being stuck up. We don't want to come off as, just being cut off and closed off to the world and to other people. But I'm here to tell you, having that boundary up is probably one of the best things you'll ever have going for you. And it'll keep you safe. And it'll keep you from having to deal with unnecessary drama and toxicity in situations and with people, places, and things, okay? Because case in point, and I've been saying this over and over in so many of my videos, the red flags are always there. Like, hindsight is 20/20, and a lot of times we will ignore red flags because we want to give people the benefit of the doubt, even though there's way more doubt than benefit, okay? And this is why I just sit back and I'm like, you guys, you gals, you people, you folks, hey, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. How many red flags do you need to see before you realize this probably isn't the person you should be talking to? This probably isn't the place you should be at. This probably isn't the thing you should be investing in, And it's just like, again, then you get burnt. Then you want to go on this whole niggas this, bitches that, people this, people that. And it's like, no, you need to start paying attention to the red flags when they present themselves early on to avoid wasting your own time. And that's really what it all boils down to, in my opinion, when people want to do the giving the benefit of the doubt method. You tend to waste your own time because you already knew this person, this place, this thing wasn't a good setup. You already saw the red flags. You already saw the writing on the wall. You chose to ignore it. You engaged with that person, with that place, with that thing. Now you're burnt. You're in a bad situation. You're being harmed. It's a toxic situation. It's dysfunctional. It's narcissistic in nature. There's always problems. And again, these problems, the red flags were there and you ignored them. And this is why I personally say, stop giving people the benefit of the doubt. It's not worth it. In the long scheme of things, the vast majority of the time, it's just going to be another lesson where you knew you had no business talking to that person. You knew you had no business being at that place. You knew you had no business investing in that situation. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. I'm at a point now to get to a personal, me, I always got to bring it back to transparency and just keeping it a buck, keeping it 150, Hassan Campbell style. I can look back at previous experiences where I engaged with people and it's like, this person had a list of red flags that I ignored. And it's like, hey, they're inconsistent. They're constantly lying. I mean, you're catching them in lies. Every time they open their mouth, there is a different story, a different situation. Everything is far-fetched. Nothing is transparent and straight to the point. It's almost like you're pulling teeth to get basic information out of this person. The red flags were there and I wasted my own time because I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt by pursuing or, just going back and forth and engaging in the situation. And it's like, honey, red flags are hell no's. And, and this is why I'm just like, Like, don't do it. Now, if you as an individual and you choose to give people the benefit of the doubt, that's on you. That's on you. But I will say, we as a people really have to stop getting on here and complaining about how bad things are, yet continuing to engage with bad things. It's like, after a while, you can't keep coming on here complaining about how bad things are when you keep putting yourself in these bad situations. And that's kind of like that accountability piece. And when it's all said and done, like, if you notice, I made a video discussing why I don't deal with DL people based off of my lived experiences. And again, why am I going to continue to complain about DL men, yet you're still talking to DL men? So again, a lot of this woe is me shit really goes back to lack of accountability. You know, yes, there are just shitty people out here, especially when it comes to the dating scene. It's just trash. However, if you keep running into the same types of people, it says a lot, in my opinion, it says a lot about you and what you're doing, right? When I started getting into counseling and therapy and really started going to counseling and therapy sessions, the group sessions, participating in the homework assignments, and really practicing new coping skills and really holding myself accountable, things improved. Because a lot of this is a pattern of behavior. The same toxic patterns that they're doing, you're also working on a same toxic pattern. You have a pattern for going for people that don't want you. You have a pattern for going for people that are using you. You have a pattern for chasing folks, people pleasing. You're always codependent. That type of stuff needs to be worked on. It really needs to be worked on. And really, for some people, you need to take a break from dating. You need to take a break from relationships altogether, because clearly you don't know what you're doing. Like, seriously, if you keep running into trash, maybe you need to take a hiatus from dating. You know, why don't you focus on yourself is basically where I'm at with that. It's just, that is something that people need to seriously consider, in my opinion. It's just taking a break, taking a hiatus. It's not necessary for you to be up in somebody's face 24/7. And I'm not saying that you can't go and have sex or have a fling or a hookup here and there. But if you don't have the stability, the protective boundaries, healthy boundaries and structures in place to keep you safe if you do decide to engage in a hookup, then I don't recommend you doing that. Because if you're just going to have a hookup and then all of a sudden you got feelings for somebody that you just hooked up with, because some of y'all, I'm just going to be honest, some of y'all catch feelings way too early, too soon. Y'all just meet a person and already pre-planning, aka future faking yourself into these toxic relationships and situations and entanglements. And again, you done put the cart before the horse a lot of times. But to keep this short, in my opinion, stop giving people the benefit of the doubt. Oftentimes, the red flags and the signs are all over the place and we are ignoring them. Number 3, there's often way more doubt than benefit. Like, it's really kind of like a cost benefits analysis in a way. Like, you really need to start weighing the strengths and weaknesses, the pros and cons, the positives and negatives. And when you start seeing more cons, more weaknesses, more negatives, that's the doubt. That's what I mean by, a lot of times it's way more doubt than benefit with these people, with these places, with these things, with these situations. You know, and that's why I personally do not recommend giving people the benefit of the doubt. Again, I'm almost 30 years old and I have lived and experienced that shit for damn near 3 decades. So that's why I'm like, y'all can miss me with the benefit of the doubt mess. Every time you do that, oftentimes that basically is saying you don't have any boundaries. You don't know your worth. You're in the people pleasing phase. It's just not good. It's just not good anymore. because y'all sitting up here risking y'all entire lives, mentally, physically, sexually, financially, you know, psychologically, the whole thing, the whole 9 yards, because you want to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, and it's just not worth it. Anyways, y'all be safe out there. Wear your mask, social distance, 6 feet apart, wash your hands, sending y'all love and positive energy. I'm out.